Taurus. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what Spirit has for the collective at this time. It's the message that you need to hear. I've set that intention with this deck and with my guides. So if you are here because this is in your feed, then this message is for you. And if you are here because of the title, then this message is definitely for you. So let's get into the tarot. I will pull clarifiers and, what we don't see coming in the future here. We have some oracle cards out as well. I'll pull all of that in the extended. You're welcome to join the membership, or there will be a link down below for the one single video on Patreon. You can purchase that if you're interested. Definitely like the video and subscribe if you like the messages. All of your interactions really help my channel to grow, and I am very appreciative for that, but it also pushes it out so that others can see it as well, so that they can get the message, and I really appreciate you doing that. The more people I can reach, the more people I can help, and that's important to me. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. So the aces are gifts from Spirit, and the Ace of Cups is about your emotions, and this is a new emotional beginning that is trying to come in here. This is Spirit trying to hand you this. It's a new love, new relationship, maybe opening up more to your intuition, and it's just needing to be open to that gift, right? So some sort of new beginning is definitely underlying here. It's trying to come through for you. This could be a new partnership coming in here, maybe you opening up to your spiritual gifts. But there is this gift trying to come in here. The situation is the Ace of Pentacles. So it's stable and it's very emotional, right? So it could be very prosperous for you. Again, this is a gift from Spirit, and the Pentacles are about stability. So whatever you consider your stability. It could also be about money, right? Because pentacles are like that tangible, prosperous type of energy. But again, it's about being open to that from Spirit, because there is abundance and emotional stability trying to come in here, right? Like this is really amazing energy. Like you have two aces, like this whole new beginning here. The blockage is the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is about options. It's about choices. It can also be about confusion, right? Like maybe there's too many options. Maybe you are overwhelmed with the decisions, and like really needing to trust your intuition in order to make some sort of decision here. It's also like appearances can be deceiving. So like be aware of things that can seem too good to be true. Just like don't go all in on something. It could cause like extreme emotions, right? Because that can like vanish really quickly. Just like trying to see the underlying truth of a situation, and then maybe you're feeling like this new emotional offer, this new stable offer is too good to be true, right? Maybe you're thinking that this is a dream, right? This is an illusion, like nothing to see here, right? I feel like you are very confused, like maybe thinking this is too good to be true. And the root cause of this is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is belief systems, traditions, right? So this could be like a marriage, right? Maybe this person proposed marriage, or this business like falls in your lap, and it's like your beliefs are affecting the situation. Like you have very rigid beliefs on what could be possible, right? Like miracles. Some people don't believe in miracles. Some people really don't believe in new beginnings here. Like maybe you've been kind of sabotaging yourself, thinking that you can't have some kind of new beginning, right? Like the Hierophant is about belief systems, but it can be like being too rigid in those belief systems and really needing to look at your beliefs and what you what you feel is possible here. Do you feel like a situation that has recently come in, this offer of stability and emotional fulfillment, right? Whether this doesn't even have to be about love. This is just like a new situation that has presented itself. So it'll be different for each of you since it is a general reading. But what situation seems too good to be true for you? And are you being too too rigid in your beliefs here? Are you being too, I guess, like too opposing to it? I'm trying to find the right word, like just needing to be open to changing your mind here. So in the recent past, what you're leaving behind that is affecting the situation, we have the Hermit. And the Hermit is about solitude. This is about being alone to really find that inner wisdom and trust your intuition here, spending time by yourself to explore your inner truth. And, this can be like meditating, this can be journaling, going for walks, whatever it is. But this is really kind of like you going internal to find your soul's purpose, your soul's answers, and then listening to your inner wisdom. That's what rejuvenates you, right? Like that time by yourself. But I feel like you're coming out of hermit mode, right? Into a new stable beginning. And I feel like maybe you're just thinking this is too good to be true, right? Like there's just too many options, or this can't be, right? I feel like you're kind of not believing that this is true. So the message from your higher self and from your guides is the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is divine timing, but this is luck, karma, things starting to turn in your favor, right? I feel like this is your guides telling you that things are starting to move forward, and you just need to surrender to the present moment and go with the flow here, right? Because that wheel keeps turning. Our lives go in cycles. So I feel like maybe you're ending one cycle and moving into another cycle. And you're really just needing to be open to that. You've got two aces here and needing to be open to those new beginnings and open yourself up for these fated events. This could be maybe you met somebody and you think they're too good to be true. Again, this could be a business that falls in your lap, or you're thinking it's too good to be true, but that's because things are starting to move for you, right? If you've been in this hermit mode and you've been holding back, you've been healing, you've been doing all of this work, now it's your time, right? Now it's your turn to move into a new cycle, and Spirit wants you to be open to these new beginnings. In the immediate future, we have the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is about lack. It's about focusing on what you don't have and feeling physically and financially depleted, right? So I feel like this is you moving out of any challenges that you've been going through, lingering fears that you've had, right? And like maybe financial challenges that you've been going through. Just having faith that situations are going to change, and that's going to give you like some kind of boost and help release you from feeling that lack and loss, right? So you could be deceiving yourself here, thinking that things are not going to move forward. But I really feel like in the immediate future, you're going to release that and really, moving away from this lack mindset, this limiting belief type of energy. Because, also on this card, like there's this building here, you could be getting help from others, right? So this could be, maybe this is a mentor, or again, maybe somebody proposed marriage. And this is like a partnership moving forward, whether that's in business, love, you take it how it resonates for you. But, on this card, I always see how they're right outside this building. And if they just knock on the door, there are people inside that could help, right? This could also just be Spirit, working with Spirit in order to get the help that you need in order to move forward. It doesn't have to necessarily be other people, but I feel like this is you getting the help that you need in order to heal and move forward here. In your thoughts and feelings, we have the Two of Wands. I love that energy. The Two of Wands is like planning for the future, like looking out into the horizon and making a choice on whether or not to, take these opportunities or to stay in your comfort zone, right? So he's on top of his castle that he's built and he's looking out to the horizon and he has this globe in his hand. So it's like he has the whole world in his hands. He has this globe. He's got the whole world at his fingertips here. What does he want to do? Does he want to go out and explore? Does he want to, take these new opportunities that Spirit has for him, or does he want to stay in his castle and just be comfortable, right? So, needing to make that choice. But I feel like you really want to expand. You want to see those possibilities for the future, and with the Two of Wands, yes, it's a choice, making a decision, but it's also like planning, making plans for the future and taking that one little step, right? This isn't just like jumping in head first. This is kind of like making a plan and then at least just taking that first step here, right? So I feel like you really are looking to the future and really contemplating on what it is that you want to do here. So in your environment, the influence here, we have the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is about being assertive and then standing up for your goals and your beliefs here. Handling whatever life throws at you and then just really going after those things, right? Facing adversity and being courageous, listening to your intuition on the best way to handle this. That's what's going to increase your success here, right? But this is you like really standing up and being assertive on what it is that you want here, these plans, this future. And then you're really going to stand up for that. And also keeping boundaries, right? Don't let other people's opinions cause this confusion, right? I love that energy. I feel like that's really good energy to be in. So in your hopes and fears, I feel like this could go either way. Like you could be really hoping for a new beginning, right? Like taking that leap of faith, but that can also cause some fear, right? Freeing yourself from a mindset or a belief that has been like making you feel like this new beginning is too good to be true, right? But I feel like if you plan it, then, put a plan in action here. You've got the Seven of Swords and the potential outcome, which we'll get into, but I feel like there is some planning behind this and maybe getting help from somebody else. But don't let that hold you back, right? So the Fool is taking that leap of faith and freeing yourself from an old way of being, freeing yourself from being stuck in this castle, and then trusting that Spirit has your back, trusting the divine to orchestrate everything and bring everything together here for you, which can be very hopeful and very fearful, right? Like it's not easy to take a leap of faith. So you're probably feeling a little bit of both on that one. But the potential outcome, we have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is about, this card can go two ways. It can be about deceit, sneakiness, and lies, but it's also about being strategic. So, maybe doing things quietly. You don't have to announce to the world your plans and what you're doing, what you're moving into here, this new beginning that you're hoping to take. But it's also about like being strategic in order to move forward, making that plan, figuring out those details, and then being honest with yourself on, what it is you want to move into and how you can do this, right? Realizing the truth of your finances. Like, are you financially able to do this? Do you need help from others? It's also about like self-deception. Like deceiving yourself, again, from maybe talking yourself out of this, right? Like don't let self-deception take over here. I just feel like this is you being strategic in order to move forward, in order to get out of this belief that you had that things were too good to be true, that you couldn't have this new beginning, right? Because I feel like you have done the work. You've been in hermit mode. You've been pulled back. You've really thought about what it is you want, whether this is like spiritually, in relationships or in business and work, whatever that is for you. This is definitely you, making a plan and then having the strategy to move forward and approaching things from a different perspective, right? doing things differently this time, right? Maybe you did things one way in the past, and now you're doing things differently as far as your beliefs and as far as your emotional stability here. I feel like this is a new cycle, so we're doing things differently. You know, that Wheel of Fortune. And again, the Wheel of Fortune doesn't happen overnight. It's not like a, wake up in the morning and I'm in a new cycle type of energy. I feel like that's been a slow build because you've been in the hermit mode doing all this hard work, man, maybe doing shadow work, right? And yeah, putting in the work. So we're definitely going to explore this more in the extended. I want to see what you don't see coming here, and then get some advice from spirit on how you can kind of move through this energy. So if you're interested in the extended, again, you can join the membership, or there will be a link below in the comment section for the Patreon extended. If this is where we part, then I hope this message helped, and I will see you next time. Bye.